So hi everyone, this is Coach Easy again. We're gonna make things easy, and in this video, this will be the second part of the stretching video that I did previously. Okay, so in this video part 2, we'll be talking about the do's and the don'ts of stretching. So let's start it off with the do's. Okay, what we should be doing when we are stretching. Okay, all right. So the first thing that everyone needs to know, when they are doing stretching is breathing needs to be done as usual, as normal. Especially when we do static stretching, especially we tend to hold our breath, right? Okay, so don't do that. Okay, we have to breathe normally because remember in the first video I talked about supplying oxygen to the muscles, muscle cells and muscle tissues. So the same thing here. If we stop breathing during stretching, what will happen is the muscle cells and tissues will be depriving of oxygen, will not be getting enough oxygen. So hence, there might be formation of lactic acid again, the culprit that causes muscle fatigue and muscle cramp. Okay, so that's the first do. Breathe normally. Is it good to stretch every day? When should we do stretching? Can we do it every day? Can we do it like once a week or once a month? So basically, technically, you can do stretching any day. You can do stretching every day, anytime. Because stretching is a very good way to beside all the things that we have talked about before this, we have discussed about before this. Stretching will also improve your posture. Will also improve your flexibility. You know that those gymnasts, people are in the gymnastic sport, they are very flexible, because they are doing stretching like forever, since for many years. So it needs time for us to develop that flexibility. So don't be so down. Don't be devastated. Don't feel like useless. If let's say you cannot do a certain stretching that well, because it needs time. It needs time for the body, the muscle to adjust to the position or the stretching method. So keep on doing it, and definitely you will see improvement as you go along. So do stretching whenever you feel like doing it. It can be done every day. Okay, when we talk about flexibility, when we talk about increased mobility, increased body posture, there's something called ROM, R-O-M, range of motion. So for athletes, it's very important for them to have a very good range of motion, to suit the sports that are doing. Like gymnasts, they surely will need to have a very good range of motion. Sprinters also needs a lot of good range of motion, especially the motion of the legs, when they sprint, when they stride. Everything needs to be in a proper way. When you talk about badminton players, racket sports, you also have to have a good range of motion. For example, if you want to take a smash, so imagine that if this is the muscle here is tight or a little bit tight, not loose. So it will be a bit difficult. And it will be you will be having limited movement. So range of motion is important, especially for athletes. If you're not an athlete, you can still develop this range of motion, good range of motion, just for to do your daily activities. It's beneficial in any ways. Don't ever stretch when you are injured. This is very important, because stretching will lengthen the length of the muscle, will also lengthen the length of the ligament. So if you are injured, or if you just recovered, if you have just recovered from any injury, you have to be careful about stretching, because stretching in general it's not supposed to be something painful for us to do, right? So if you start feeling pain, then that might be a sign that there's something wrong with that joint, or there's something wrong with that that muscle, or the ligament or the tendon there. So don't do stretching when you are injured. Slight movement or slight stretching, yes, can still be possible, but it still depends on the level of injury that you are having. Okay, our second don't is very important. Which is don't ever do a stretching. Don't ever do the stretching opposite of the natural movement of the joint, or out of the zone for the movement of the joint. Now talking about joints, joints, the body parts that allow movement of the body. So when we talk about joints, there are two major types of joints that everyone need to know. The first type of joint is called the ball and socket joint. So you have the socket and you have a ball, the bone. Both of these are the bones, so the bones in our body. So the socket is one bone, and the head of another bone, which looks like a ball, is placed inside the socket. So this ball and socket joint, it allows 360-degree movement of the joint. And there are only two locations at our body where we can find the ball and socket joint. The first one is shoulder. So see, I can move 360 degrees at any direction, at any angle. And the second joint is the hip, our hip. So you can move or make a motion, a 360 motion of your leg, right? Because the leg muscle, the leg bone, the top leg bone. I'm not talking about the knee and below. I'm talking about the knee and above. That's one bone being placed at your pelvic girdle, in your pelvic girdle. So pelvic girdle acts as the socket. So it allows the movement of the femur, the femur bone, 360 degree. So only these two places are known as the ball and socket joint, and doesn't matter how you move them, it's okay. Right, now the second type of joint is the hinge joint. The door hinges, allows the door to be open only in one plane, either inside or outside, or you have windows, up or bottom, top or upwards or downward. So the same thing here, hinge joint, for example, like the joint at our elbow here. So it allows a movement of one plane only. I cannot move my elbow to the sides, because it just cannot do it. This is a hinge joint, and this hinge joint, this hinge position at the elbow here, only allows this plane of movement to occur. So now you know that whatever movement, whatever stretching, be it dynamic or static stretching that you plan to do or that you are doing, make sure that it follows the direction, it's still in the zone, for the movement of that particular joint or that particular body part. Alright. So now let's check the videos out, the demonstration out, and identify whether they are the correct method of stretching or the wrong method of stretching, and why. And you can also check how many correct answers you have. So yeah, let's have some fun again.